So here is a Suzuki Quad Runner 250. I really don't have a super huge need to sell it. I don't need the money super bad or anything. I really like it. I use it a lot, but I'm just going to kind of post it and see if anybody has any interest in it. So we'll start with the engine. It's actually a super solid engine. It's no leaks, good compression, good performance. I've rebuilt the carburetor. I've tuned the valve lash and rebuilt the whole head up there. Everything in there is clean and tuned and everything's fine. There's a new air filter on it. Kind of look around here and see that there's no oil puddles or anything. We'll go to the other side and take a peek at that, because the engine's actually the important part. That's what drives the whole thing. So when you're looking at buying pretty much anything, you want to make sure that the engine is solid. Leaks don't fix themselves, and stop leak products only work for so long if they work at all, so you want to make sure that you're buying a good engine. So these there's two axle bearings in there, one on each side, that are pressed in, and I have replaced both of those. Obviously when you replace one, you replace the other. That's just the smart thing to do. That one was completely gone. That one was still there but trashed because that one blew out. This was the old one on the right side there, if you can hear it. Kind of hear it grinding there too. So that one was trashed. And here is a piece from the old one on the left side there. Probably pick that up. But anyways, if we look at the plastics here, it's cracked. This side's okay. We're actually missing a whole chunk there. The battery cover is missing. And this chunk here is cracked. So it's cosmetically, it's not the greatest. And it's not a showroom piece. It's not going to be something you would go and show off to people or whatever. But as far as performance goes, this thing will always start and get the work done and never leave you stranded anywhere. Battery's still good. It's got some nice utility racks on there. They're actually super stable. They got 4 points on each one that they're mounted to the actual vehicle. This one's got 2 in the back and 2 there and there. And this one's got 1 there, there, and then 2 down there where they're mounted on. So they're super solid, they're super stable and secure. Nothing's going to fall off of there. You strap it on, nothing's going anywhere. I've used them myself, so I can attest to that. All of the gears work, even reverse. I'm not going to go through all 5 gears in the garage here, but what I can do for you is I can turn it on. Actually, we got the first run position is on, second run position is on with the lights. We have regular and high beam. And along with the lights, we actually have a tail light, which is a nice feature. It's not a brake light, so don't get that confused. It's just a tail light, so it's a constant on. So we'll push the starter button here. So there is neutral, there was reverse, there was first, forward, and neutral again. So as you can see, it works. If you notice that this red light came on, that's the neutral indicator light. There is another light down here, but the bulb is burned out. That is the neutral indicator light. This thing has a neutral safety switch built in, so it will only start in neutral. It's a nice feature to have. It won't start in any other gear, so that's an excellent safety feature in my opinion. You don't want it to starting in gear and rolling off on you, especially if you're not prepared for that. It does have its things that still need to be taken care of. These tires still have quite a bit of life left on them as far as tread goes, but they are getting weathered. So, good set of tires could be a nice option. After this video, I'm going to be working on these brakes here. They are getting a little bit weak, so I'm going to see if the pad is just full of brake dust, or if it's actually worn down and time to replace that. And I will fix it accordingly, either way. But seeing as this is screwed in pretty far, I'm guessing that the pads probably are down to the end of their life and need to be replaced. So this thing should have new rear brakes on the back in the next day or so. As far as the front brakes go, there are none. I've only used the rear brake. The two cables would come into there, and they would hook into each one of these arms here. So I may end up just getting cables for it if I'm going to sell it. Just make sure somebody else has front brakes. So it's just something to be aware of, so you know before you even come look at it. So cosmetically it's not the best, but as far as performance goes, if you want something to get the work done, and if you want something that's tuned in, ready to go, reliable, will start every morning, this may be a good option for you. I also have this fancy little thing here called an infrared thermometer, which is basically point and shoot, and it will tell me the temperature of whatever I'm looking at. So it's about 60 degrees out here, and if I point it at the engine, it is 92, 94, 95, somewhere around there, because I just ran it for a second. But I do have a video using this to verify that this thing is dead cold, and showing it starting from cold. So if you go back on my videos, you can see that one, so you know that if you come out in the morning, it will start on you. Because I know I've personally looked at some vehicles and ATVs and stuff where they already had it warmed up, and when you bring it home and you try to start it the next morning, it doesn't want to do anything. It's probably because they took off the air filter and sprayed some carb cleaner in there and tried to scam you into buying it. But I don't really mind those types of things because I can fix them. If you can't, then it may be more of an issue for you. But anyways, like I said, I've taken care of the rear bearings there. I'm going to do the rear brakes. I've cleaned and rebuilt this carburetor. I've cleaned the whole head, rebuilt that, adjusted the valve lash. The petcock works great in off, reserve, and run. No issue there. Chain tensioner is right there as long as I'm looking at it. Works fine. All the gears work. Reverse works, as you saw. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. There's even a little toolkit under the seat here that'll come with it. I've never used it because I have plenty of tools on my own. So whatever's in there is in there. I don't really know because I don't have a need for it. But anyways, that's this, and I'm going to stop this video right here. Stop rambling on. Last thing I'll say is good battery, and have a good day.